Best RPG.
Best RPG.
I don't know why I threw the guns for best RPG, because, yeah. I went with Divinity Original Sin. I am a Divine Divinity and Divinity 2 fan. So Divinity Original Sin is kind of going back to Divine Divinity, where it's going to be not as, what is action-based, but it's not going to be like Divinity 2. It's actually turn-based, and which I usually hate. But this game totally had me.
Like Final Fantasy turn-based?
It's a little bit more action-based Final Fantasy. Like, you don't go into some weird cutscene. It's all like, dun, 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 dun. It doesn't really do that. It's more quick, action-based, turn-based game.
Yeah.
And it's actually got some waypoints, which a lot of RPGs are starting to miss.
Nice.
And it just, yeah, it really has me excited for it.
Sweet. So
I'm ready for another Divinity game.
Is this free to play? Or is this going to be packaged?
No, it's not going to be like an MMO. This is just an RPG PC.
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, my RPG is a little more flashy. My RPG...
Your RPG wasn't even at E3.
My RPG was at E3, and I played it at E3.
What?
Yeah, I did. I totally played this at E3. It was Darksiders 2. That's right. I played it. And I consider this an RPG.
Talking to booth babes dressed up like Darksiders 2 is not playing the game.
No. I went up to a room and I played the game. I played like the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the game.
So it's better than what you originally thought it was going to be when we talked about this a while ago?
Yeah, it's getting better. It looked a lot more polished. Mm-hmm. They had cleaned up a lot of the camera issues, but some of them were still there. I'm not going to lie and say that this game is completely polished already, because they still need to polish it a little bit. But it is a huge improvement over the original Darksiders.
Okay.
Like, I think overall, it's still a lot better. There are way more RPG elements, such as loot from enemies, upgrading like your armor and abilities, having skill trees so you can select your playstyle if you're more about like being kind of a necromancer character and sending minions in to do your stuff, or you like strong attack spells. You know, you get options. Is what I'm trying to say. And
that makes me think of Overlord. I want another Overlord game.
Yeah.
With minions. I fucking love Overlord.
There's always games like that coming out. But like Darksiders 2, if you like the first Darksiders, you're going to like this. There is a lot more platforming. That's one thing I noticed. I mean, you did climb around a lot of stuff, but it was just a lot of puzzles. Uh-oh.
Ghost phone.
Ghost phone. Where'd that come from?
Hello?
At any rate. Yeah, so, I don't know. You like the first Darksiders, right?
I did.
Well, I think you're going to dig this. I really like the combat in this. Like, the way that you switch between weapons in combat is really fluid. And, like, going from, like, a quick-hitting, like, attack combo with your scythe to hitting people over the head with a giant hammer, totally smooth. And when you start throwing in the magic spells and stuff like that, like, battles start to get way more intense. I just want more of those battles.
Well, I'm glad you're saying that there's a lot of improvement, because when I originally saw it at that press event they did, it felt more of the same. So I'm glad you're saying it's not going to be more of the same. They are changing it.
It's different. It definitely has a different vibe than the first Darksiders, and I am totally down with that.
Good.
I'm totally down with that. I think that this is something that has a lot of potential. And hopefully it will live up to that potential when it comes out later this year. It's only like a couple months away. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing it in the comfort of my own home. And I like the plot. I just want to mention the plot is something that has been thoroughly fleshed out. And they explain a lot of what's going on to you right in the beginning. Like, they get you right into it. And that was also kick-ass because nothing was explained in the first Darksiders.
I like his face kneecaps. I got
so
faces
brutal.
on my knees.
I wonder if they give him advice. Like, if one's like
one's a nice one, one's a bad
evil one. Yeah.
He can make them kiss like this.
How? Like
this.
Like that? Nobody can see your knees.
I know. I'm making my knees touch.
Oh. There we go.